their souls are trapped in this prison forever. They're not coming back, they're trapped.
It's like a jungle in here, mate. Trust me, they're taking everyone's mental health meds off them.
They said sorry for your loss and they left us, and I haven't heard nothing since.
What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! They come down them bumps and they did not go back over them bumps. They come here alive, kicking well, and they went out dead.
He's been tortured, he's getting stuff thrown under his door, and he's saying as soon as he comes out, they're going to do things to him.
This is what my son's written. It was by his bed, where I believe he sat.
Where were all you lot? You let that go on to you? Go away with your big false eyelashes and your big rubber fucking lips.
The Central Club.
What's going on, people? It's Cullan from the Central Club podcast. Today we're at Parc Prison again. This time we're here for a protest. If you've seen in the news in the past few weeks, there's been outrage with the amount of deaths that have come out of this prison. In the last 12 to 18 months, there's been over 23 deaths, and a lot of them still haven't had answers. Families still haven't had their kids back. So today, hopefully we're going to speak to some of these families to see how they're feeling. Stay central.
I didn't bring you a shot.
I was there and I went back on a licence recall. So obviously some of the deaths did happen when I was there, but when I come out after Christmas, obviously there was that's when you had that spur. I think it was like it started off with one, then it went to two, and it just kept growing. And obviously the guys in there, they're not getting no answers from G4s. They're not being told nothing. They're not being given. The prison is saying that they're not willing to comment on it at the moment, because what they're saying is that there's ongoing investigations with the ombudsman. So it is a big problem, you know. The fact that, you know, they've lost their loved ones. They expected their loved ones to go home to them. They didn't expect them to die in the hands of G4s. You know, they took £400 million contract for 10 years. It works out to 40 million a year. And where's the money going? They put it in their bank and they called it profits, and it's just unacceptable. Like, now when you've got people dying, and it's just not right.
Those ones, yeah.
Do you know someone in there who died?
Yeah, my cousin and his brother.
Yeah, do you want to talk about it?
My little brother's 19. Fucking found him in his cell.
Killed himself, he did.
They don't know what happened.
So,
have you tried seeking answers?
Yeah, we've been fighting every way. They've just let us down. It's been
fighting all the way.
It's been like 3-4 weeks now since we haven't seen him. We haven't even seen him. So
we ain't even
he's in. Where is he?
We didn't even identify the body or nothing.
So
how did you find out then?
The people came to his mum's.
My mum's.
And said
they was ringing my sister like 4 o'clock in the morning.
And then they banged on the door.
My sister's down there, and two women in black come and banged on my mum's door. My mum woke us up. Oh, he's gone. I was like, what are you on about? She's like, your brother. 2 women come up. Like,
and then that was it, basically. They said sorry for your loss and they left us, and I haven't heard nothing since.
They didn't say like when you're going to get the body back, or
nothing. No. We've been fighting every way. We've even got lied by the governor, said they're going to pay in full, and
yeah, at first they were saying they was going to pay for the funeral and everything, and then we only pay a percentage, we don't pay the funeral and all they were saying. So they're fighting it all the way now, they are.
Yeah. Do you know if there was any like drugs involved, or?
Possibility, yeah. So
just can't cope in there, sort of thing.
Yeah. He was supposed to be watched 24 hours because he was in high risk.
He was in the high risk.
Didn't watch him, let him to die. did try asking for help numerous of times.
Yeah, he was self-harming.
Self-harming. He tried jumping off like stories and that. Didn't help him. They just let him.
He asked them for help and they wouldn't give him the help.
Did you ever visit him?
Yeah.
And was he vocal about this?
Like, he spoke to my mum about it on the phone and everything.
They all co-logged as well, didn't they?
Literally
So
the day before,
we were supposed to go see him.
He died. Literally, they come and knocked on the door. That day they woke us up. We were supposed to come here and have a visit with him.
So it could.
So they woke us
drugs,
up.
It could be anything.
How old was he?
19.
First time in?
No.
Second, he was in for a recall.
Something stupid.
That's the worst thing.
I know.
Literally. A couple of months he had as well. Like 8 months.
Yeah, the fact he had such a short space of time and he'd done that is what's probably the saddest thing.
He lasted the other time. We just don't know what occurred to happening like for this time. So.
And was he in Park last time?
Yeah, he's been Park and Cardiff.
Cardiff start then Park.
Cardiff start, and then they get shipped.
Yeah.
So.
Anything you want to say if anyone from Parc Prison's looking at this?
System's
bunch
a
of
load
shit.
Yeah,
What?
literally.
System's a load of shit, corrupt.
It's literally all corrupt. If I was you, I'd stay off for drugs because obviously you don't know what's happening with them. I wouldn't even touch. Yeah.
Sorry, say that again.
Need to get staff in that knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because little kids, literally little kids looking after the
they're
men.
all like 18-year-olds looking after men.
Oh, I
and
know.
all, innit?
I know.
Easy to get stuff in and stuff for them. It's literally stupid, like.
Well, when you see on like TikTok and stuff, actual officers, you know, making an account for being a prisoner and talking about these jokes of like fancying these, you know, it's a joke to these some of these people.
Yeah,
you know, it's you know, it's a badge of honor. I'm an officer.
Yeah.
You know,
it's wrong, innit?
sad. Hey guys, I wish you all the best. Honestly, like,
Thank you.
good luck. And just for the people, what was his name?
Mikey Alton.
Mikey Alton.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Mike.
Rest in peace.
It's definitely justice over coffee. 100%. Hello, my name's Jessica Hossey. I'm here today for my brother Jason Hossey. He died, killed. Don't know what happened. It's still unknown on the death certificate. It's still unknown. We still don't know. The police system the prison system hasn't been back to us. We have no contact from anyone. We don't know what's happened. We've been left in the lurch. 23 people have died. And it needs to stop. My brother's died. My mum's lost another son. My brother's lost a brother. My nieces have lost their dad. We've lost a soul to our family. We've lost a part of our family that we're not going to get back, and no one wants to take justice for it.
Do you have any ideas of how he did pass?
No, but he had mental health, so he shouldn't have even been sharing himself. He had not bad mental health, but when he was bad, he was bad, and he needed a lot of support with that. And he needed a lot of support with his mental health, and he didn't get that in prison. It was lack of support towards his mental health, towards him.
He was sharing a cell with someone.
Yeah, he was sharing a cell. I've actually had the mother contact me of the person telling me what actually happened. I have to live with that. I have to live with that now for the rest of my life.
What happened?
They're saying that he woke up and he was on the floor. They tried to resuscitate him. It's just all mix and match. I've been told different things by loads of different people.
What are some of the other?
One of the prisons told. There's 3 different prison officers that I spoke to. One said that he died of suicide. One said that he died of a drug overdose. Another one said that he just died. I don't understand. And the coroners haven't been back to us.
Wow. That must be horrible.
It's horrible, and we've got to live with it every day, not knowing how he died. And Jason was not like that. He was the happiest boy, chappiest soul you ever meet, ever.
Yeah. Did you have any confidence that like?
He was due out. His birthday was on the 30th of January. So he turned 30 on the 30th of January. He died the 27th of February, and he was due out the 1st of April. He was on the phone to my dad at 8:30 in the evening, telling my dad he loves him, he can't wait to see him, he can't wait to be out. He's been keeping his head down, he's been doing gym, he can't wait to see my little brother. Yes, just.
I think the most
overwhelming.
concerning thing is, let's just say hypothetically, he died of natural causes.
Yeah, and
the
we still
fact
haven't had, and they're trying to cover it up.
Yeah,
they're trying to cover it up, and it's not fair. It's not fair on my mum. It's not fair on the family. It's not fair on his daughters, his children. It's not fair on none of us.
Have you got him back?
Yeah, we had his funeral, and we got him back the next day. Come home with us. Come home with us the next day.
I'm hearing some cases that they still haven't even got their kids.
Yeah, well, they left it. We didn't get to see Jason. We didn't get to say goodbye to Jason. It wasn't allowed because they left him too far gone.
That's so fucking sad. What?
They left him. I didn't even get to say goodbye. My funeral director. It was too hard for my mum because my mum's lost another son. My mum lost a son when he was 13, so this is my mum's second son that she's lost, and she's got no answers for it whatsoever.
You know, he is one of the 23.
One of the 23. He was the first one out of the 6. 2 died on the night that he died. I called the prison. The prison was like, which death? They didn't know. How many deaths do you actually have in a prison? This is literally dreaded my whole family. It's changed our lives forever. Changed our lives forever. His daughters are not going to have a dad growing up. He didn't deserve to die. No matter what he done, no matter why he was in prison, it doesn't matter. He did not deserve to die. None of these boys deserve to die. None of them.
Did he show any signs of?
No signs of nothing. He was happy. He was alright. He kept himself to himself. He was good. He was writing to his girlfriends. He was writing to people. He was speaking to people. Calling my dad, calling me, purple visits. I don't understand how we got to this. There was no recognition, there was no sign, there was nothing.
If there's anything you could say to the governor of this prison and to the government.
Get out. Let HMP run this. G4s need to get out. G4s don't know their arse from their heads. Sorry, they do not know their arse from their heads. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. We still haven't got no answers, and yet no one's paid any respect towards any of us. None of the families here. That's why we're all here. We're all grieving. We're upset. We're angry. We're hurting.
You'd think like an officer would come out or something to have a chat with you.
The police officers have been more
they have
compassionate towards the situation than the actual prison. They should feel embarrassed. They should feel embarrassed. They've took lives. They've took so many lives. And this is just the 23 that we're aware of, that we're fighting for. What about all the times before? You've got police, or you've got prison guards having it off with guards. How can you trust the system? How can you really trust the system? You can't trust it.
Any final words?
My brother's soul's trapped in this prison forever now.
What is it on there? A t-shirt?
It says justice over profit.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now!
Why don't you search your prison guards? Why are they not searched properly?
What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! Justice!
Justice! Now!
They're choosing profit over everything. Money is everything. It keeps the government going. It keeps the prisoners going. How many prisoners are in there? I heard over 1,700 in there. 1,700. How many staff are in the prison? How many staff are in the prison? 2 people died the night my brother died. We have no justice. We don't know how. It's unknown cause. On the birth certificate, unknown. On the death certificate, it's unknown. It's not fair. I've lost a brother. I've lost something, a part of me. My family's lost something. My nieces and nephews have lost a dad. It's not fair. My brother's lost a best friend. We've lost a part of us. We've all lost a part of us. Every single one of us here. We need to be here to fight for them. Their souls are trapped in this prison forever. They're not coming back. They're trapped. They went over this. They come down them bumps and they did not go back over them bumps. They come here alive, kicking well, and they went out dead. Every single one of our boys went out of this prison dead. Dead, gone. They're not taking, they're bringing it into the prison. They're bringing it into the prison. The prison officers are bringing it into the prison. Why is there lack of staff? Where are the staff? Where are they? They're being corrupt, they're bringing the drugs in, they're having affairs with their prisoners, they're being bullied, they're bullying other prisoners for the other prisoners. It's cruelty. It's not nice.
They need help.
They need help. They're not getting help. They're not getting the support that they need. They go to prison to try and put their life on a straight road. Why are they not getting a straight road? Why are they getting told to take? Why are they being bullied into taking drugs? Why are they killing themselves? Why are you killing yourself? Why are the boys killing themselves? Because the prison are not meeting what they need to meet. They're not taking action. They're not taking the duty of care. Safeguarding. My brother had mental health. Why was he sharing a cell with someone? My brother had bad mental health. Why was he sharing a cell with someone? The probation workers, the mental health team, you've all got a part to play in this. You've all got a part. What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
Drones are flown in regularly, and according to multiple people here, they're saying that prison officers, G4s prison officers, are taking drugs and phones in with them. So it is really, really disturbing, because of course the death penalty was abolished in this country a long time ago. So you don't expect any prisoners to die in prison.
You expect them to be safe, don't you?
You expect them to be locked up, which is the punishment. You expect them to be a tough regime. Well, I do. And you expect them to come out alive and be rehabilitated.
My name's Dylan Williams. I lost my best friend due to being in custody for 2 weeks due to the spice which the officer had posted under his cell door from another inmate. And then my other mate was on spice due to his mental health and not getting any medication, and he had to jump off the freeze landing. He snapped his ankles and he had with metal plates and pins in it. They took him to hospital. He's come back from hospital today. They put him back in the same cell, back on the same wing, and he's being tortured. He's getting stuff thrown under his door, and he's saying as soon as he comes out they're going to do things to him, and that's happening right now. And my brother's phoned me and they're saying that if they carry on making phone calls to the outside, they're going to cut the electrics off on the wing. And that is right now. I can even show you. Oh, that's my mate, actually. My other mate, sorry. But I can show you, I literally just got off the phone to him.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yo, yes, brother, you alright?
Yeah, you okay?
Yeah, so obviously we're here at the protest. What's it like from the inside?
It's like a jungle in here, mate. Trust me, they're taking everyone's mental health meds off them.
Yeah.
I got really bad mental health. I haven't had my meds for about 2 months. They've stopped them, all of them. We're on 23-hour lockdown constantly.
They give you a reason for that?
No, my mate threw cells up. He didn't have a sink for 10 days with no running water in his cell.
What?
Our food is absolutely rubbish.
Yeah.
There's loads of rats everywhere in the out in the yard and all that. The drugs that are coming in and out of this jail is unbelievable.
What? How are they coming in?
Through the officers.
The officers?
You can't get them in through the visits.
You got the scanners and that in there, have they?
Literally, a couple of the boys I know have had iPads in here. The lot is terrible in here. The amount of mates I've lost over the past few months is unbelievable.
And you know, obviously, what the news say about the deaths, are they correct or?
Yeah, they're all linked to drugs. There's only one or two that's been self-harm. What they're saying on the news is a load of rubbish.
What? So all of them are linked to drugs, yeah?
Yeah, except for the two. I know one person hung himself, and somehow that one old man died of an heart attack, but the rest are all linked to spice.
What? So there's none to do with drugs, violence, or drugs, self-harm. It's all overdose.
Mostly overdose, yeah. 2 was self-harm though.
Okay, I see. What are the officers in there now like? Obviously they know this protest is going on. Are they saying anything about it or?
Well, they said they were going to turn the electric off so we couldn't ring to anyone, and we're all on lockdown.
So you're in your cell right now?
Yeah, we've been in our cell since Thursday, and we've had an hour out every day since Thursday.
Wow. How long have you left, mate?
I've got till I'm out the next May, I am.
Okay, and yeah, you headstrong though, yeah?
Yeah, of course. I got my mate and I got my mate in it, so we both look after each other, and then that's all we can do, and no one else tries looking after us. We just get treated like we're not even human anymore.
Yeah, but you can see how the vulnerable people in there can't hack it, yeah?
Yeah, literally, it's bad it is in there, mate. Really bad. I've never known something like it.
Well, I had a phone-in show the other week about HMP Featherstone, about how the officers are bringing in drugs, they're sleeping with the inmates. You seeing the same stuff down there?
Literally, everything is all to do with the officers. It's corrupt as hell, yeah.
How many officers would you say are on a wing?
1, 2 if we're lucky.
So 2 to how many?
How many is the prisoners on the wing? 105 altogether.
So 2 officers to 105 on a wing, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Yo, listen, I'm going to let you go, bro, because I don't want to waste your PIN number, your PIN credit. Thank you so much, brother.
No problem, my boy.
Is there anything else you want to say quickly?
Something needs to happen.
Yeah.
Seriously, before there's too many deaths happen.
Have you done jail before?
Yeah, I've done jail before.
So yeah, you know, it's not like you just can't hack it. You're saying it's worse than it's ever been, yeah?
Yeah, last time I was 5 years ago, and it was nothing like it is now.
Okay. All right, thank you.
All right, mate.
Thank you.
This is what they want, that's why they say all them out.
Sorry.
Look, they're all out, look, the screw.
Hi,
Name?
Francis Jones.
So was your...
It's my nephew, Michael Orton, Mikey,
Yeah.
the 19-year-old who was left to hang himself here. He was under watch. Where were they? Why did they let him do that?
Yeah.
Why was he forced to do things just to get the drugs in here? Why was his phone calls made to his mother begging for money? Where is the justice here?
Ringing her, asking to pay his debt. Shouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
How is that abuse allowed to go on? There's guards there. It doesn't matter what kind of abuse
There's
there is.
you have 2 screws to a wing, and there's 150 on a wing, so...
That's right.
You know.
If there's abuse on the outside, abuse like that is a crime outside. Why is it not a crime inside? Why is it? These prison officers are the only people supposedly there to keep them safe. Yeah, everything's being allowed to happen to them. Not just drugs,
Because
everything
they
else.
misinterpret what prison is. Like, you go to prison, that's your punishment. You don't go to prison to be punished. And a lot of them think that because they're prisoners, they deserve it, which is not the case.
No,
not at all.
They're in there, they've done the crime, they've done the time.
Yeah.
Nobody's disputed that. Nobody, it doesn't matter what they went in for. But when they are in these walls, they should be protected. I've been listening to people who's been going on there, the guards, and speaking up about their safety. Why? Why is it about their safety? Because they're locked up 23 hours a day. So what is the problem now?
Well, you're right in what you're saying, but it just says that sums it all up. If they feel vulnerable,
So
how
what
do the
does
inmates
these
feel?
feel?
Exactly.
What do these feel?
Exactly.
At the end of the day, they're here for a crime.
But
We
for
know
the prisoners
that.
that don't run the prison, what is life like for them?
It's not that way at all. The prisoners are running this place.
Yeah, that's what I mean. For
the ones who are vulnerable, you mean? Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So you've got the prisoners who run the place, but what about the ones who don't? The ones that are really
they
vulnerable
don't,
to everybody
they
else,
get
and if
it.
they don't do what's being asked or told them to do, there's consequences for them, and they're not nice. But outside of prison, that would be a crime. People would be locked up for that. So why? Like, we've heard things and whatever, but this was the punishment for people that did those things inside. Like, he's 19 and his whole life ahead of him.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
How would you feel if the United Kingdom government took over this prison, taking on the hands of G4s altogether? Because you're just a money-making business as far as I'm concerned. Money-making.
It's so quiet now, but I guarantee you would know this.
Yeah, G4s out.
Listen, we know there's firebombs going into cells.
Yeah,
people are dying, drugs are being sold in there.
You turned up to work this morning with a rucksack on your back,
they're probably all smuggling.
Because that's what we're seeing. Who goes to work with a fucking rucksack every day?
These lot do.
Do you know what I mean? Only prison officers.
You couldn't make enough money anyway on the job, so you need to keep working.
That's what they go in with, rucksacks every fucking morning, yeah.
Anyway, you'll be closed down soon.
Yeah. Any of you women having intimate relationships with the inmates in there? Because we know that's going on. Where's Claire? Claire from last year. She was shagging an inmate and a drug worker in there. For shagging the same fucking inmates. Where were all you lot? You let that go on, do you? Go work with your big false eyelashes and your big rubber fucking lips. Makes me mad. I can't say no more.
I know.
There's a carry on in there, it's disgusting. And you want to do your top buttons up on your shirt, you women, is that? Yeah, go on, Beth. They probably undo the next buttons to show their fucking cleavage all when they're on the wings. That's what they do, because I've seen it.
Right, Cheryl. Cheryl?
Hello.
Obviously you've broke the protest line.
Yeah.
You know, you've had your back and forth with the prison for years now.
Yeah, years and years.
You know, this is just does this just add fuel to the fire?
I think it do, yeah, it do. I mean, all these deaths in a matter of weeks as well. What's going on in here? What is going on in this prison? And they obviously haven't got no compassion, because we spoke to some officers over there. No sorry, no compassion, no nothing.
It's not just one.
They don't care.
It's only because they've had.
What did you say to the officers who were on the thing?
It's been highlighted.
I asked them what do they think about the deaths in custody.
Did they say anything?
Not a word out of them, not a single word out of any of them. You had the odd, like that, the odd puff, you know, because I've pissed them off. Told them about the way they're going into work with all these young men in prison with their big rubber lips and their false eyelashes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's true, you see how they dress, some of them. You know, over there they got the top button undone. Guarantees when they go in there in front of all those boys, they'll undo a couple more to show their cleavage. That's what goes on in that prison. You know, it's just corrupt to the core. They're having affairs with the inmates, yeah? Even the drug worker is having an affair with inmates in there. And it don't stop. I asked them, did they know Claire? The one officer, is she still there? Is she sacked? I don't know. But she was one that was having an affair. She's the one who made my son's life hell when she was in here. 3 times I came here to have to make complaints about her. But I don't know if she's gone.
What did you say then?
I said inmates' accounts need to be closed because they're actually threatening relatives on the outside now because of the drugs and the phones and everything. They don't need bank accounts. Do you know what I mean? They need 30 quid a week. The money that goes through these prisoners' hands is money laundering.
Yeah,
it is money laundering.
Fag break, you there?
That's the manager
You
now,
not got
isn't
any compassion for the people that have died in here over the last weeks? Silent? Yeah? Scared to speak out about what's going on in there? They're somebody's sins. They don't care.
You're on camera, by the way. You're on multiple cameras.
What are you laughing for, you fucking
One of them,
The police.
there's a guy over there pretty sure he's prison staff on his phone lost.
They'll have you on your next sentence.
They're blatantly committing offences themselves.
Yeah.
They don't. So they'll break the law themselves. They'll do whatever they think they're above. They think they're above the law. They think they can do what they want.
They get to court.
I can't believe that.
They don't have to speak. They can get anonymity. They are told, look up Alan Marshall. Look up Alan Marshall.
Who?
From Alan Marshall. Look up Alan Marshall from Edinburgh. That family is still suffering with no answers. The inmates, the prison officers killed him, and they got anonymity. Alan Marshall. You look it up, it's disgusting.
What they got down there? I don't think they're G4s.
No way.
She's a private. The one was
Private company,
private.
yeah. Well,
She said-
G4s are private company.
She said, I'm a private dog handler. She said, do you mind not filming my registration?
No way.
Well, she's turning a blind eye to murder, so yeah, we're going to film it.
Fair enough.
That guy's a manager as well, though.
So obviously Shirley and the lady here broke the line. Security nightmare. That's Xbox, by the way. That's the monitor.
Yeah, I'm Naomi, this is my brother Justin. He passed away recently in Parc Prison, March the 16th. He took his own life. I want to see G4s stripped of their contract, basically, and I want justice.
Who would you like to see, you know, instead of G4s?
The government.
Yeah, the government.
Black and white, yeah?
Anybody. Well, people who are able to do their job.
People
Yeah.
who know about how to deal with prisoners.
Yeah.
How to treat them as normal people.
And can do their duty of care.
Just because they've done a crime and they're in prison don't mean to say that they're going to live like this.
No.
They don't deserve to die in prison, no one does. No way.
Yeah, when I saw that photo, I recognised Justin. I actually been to prison with this lad, and he was such a lovely,
Nice, quiet,
lovely person.
happy,
like, you know.
bubbly.
Too young to die, especially in a prison like this.
He's lovely.
And was it suicide? Was
He
it?
hung himself, he did, yeah. But the thing is, he was on suicide watch he's on the hospital wing a few weeks before because he cut himself, he did, like pretty bad. So he should have been checked regularly, and they left him all day.
Yeah.
They didn't check on him from 12:30 to 5:30 at night. They should have been checking on him at least hourly.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's fair. So like, I
Constant
believe
watch.
if I did to be found to
Constant watch
wing,
he should have been
and
on, with suicide watch.
Definitely.
They failed him massively. They did.
Everything.
So you're a forensic nurse,
Yeah.
aren't you? And did you know Justin?
I know Justin for many years. And
you looked after him, didn't you?
Came to the unit. I took him under my wing because he was quite young at that time. And when he left, I just kept in contact with him right away through his life until the day he died.
When you found that out?
And when I found out, I was just
distraught.
Oh, absolutely. I can't think of any words to put into sentence.
I'm hearing some of the stories here of the way they've been told, and the lack of information they've given. Was there any?
They knocked on my door, they did, and about 8:30. The chaplaincy and 2 screws, and they said, sit down. And I was like, no, please tell me he's in a hospital or something, please don't. And they said, we're really sorry, but he took his own life. I'm starting to disbelieve now. I keep thinking he's just going to ring me, and then he's going to be released, and I'm going to see him again. But I'm not, and they failed him. If things were different, he might still have been here.
Well, did you see any of these problems with Justin in the black and white?
I spoke to him the day before, and he seemed fine. Like, obviously I was regularly checking on him because where he was at risk of self-harming, I did encourage him to talk to me and stuff. He did seem okay.
But being in prison like Cardiff, black and white, was he more looked after there, would you say?
Yeah, no issues. Yeah, well,
I
obviously he
had
come
letters
home
every week from him, and there was nothing
Yeah.
to say that he had a mental health problem.
Yeah.
A lot of them say this is the end of the road, this place.
It's terrible.
It is.
Absolutely
Well, look how many
terrible.
people have lost family members in a
Yeah.
short space of time.
Yeah.
It's understaffed. They don't know what they're doing. They're getting young boys in from college.
They just haven't
Chips
got
on their shoulders.
Yeah,
literally, they
exactly.
haven't got a clue. It's dreadful.
Any final words you'd like to say? What would you like to
G4s
say?
out. G4s out.
Want them out
Justice
and
for
get
Justin and
our own
everybody.
government back into the prison services and get rid of this lot out of you.
We want justice.
Want justice
And we
for
want
this.
change as well. Big change.
This boy should have never died the way he did.
He didn't deserve
sorry.
to die.
Just did not deserve to die.
He was a good boy.
He was what?
Good soul, good boy.
Really good soul, bless him.
He had everything to live for. I wish I'm hoping it was a moment of madness, do you know what I mean?
He was loved by thousands.
He was loved so
Everyone
much.
knew him. Children, adults, elderly, everyone knew
Didn't
him.
deserve to die in this shit. Pardon my language, but
Thank you so much.
He'd been through worse than this, and there was no, he'd been to other prisons and come to this, and he committed suicide. So, answers we want to why, do you know what I mean?
Driving people to death.
government of many decades in this country have taken one look across the pond and channel and said, it's not going to happen here. Deaths are being covered up in so many ways. Deaths are not instantly listed anywhere. The deaths should be listed as to be defined or to be allocated on the preventable deaths tracker. Deaths under investigation and inquest are not listed anywhere until the outcome or verdict has been reached. This is taking anything from 2 to 8 years. When the inquest finally comes, staff state, I can't remember. Inmates next door and opposite the deceased, all their details should be recorded for instant interviews by an independent body. Inmates shouldn't fear the threat of reprimand or consequences if they do speak up. This shouldn't be delayed until the PPO have done their report. Inmates move, as they currently are at a rate of knots at the moment. Also, memories can fade after 2 years or more. CCTV and documentation seems to always go missing, and body-worn cameras conveniently not turned on. There are too many different practices going on within every UK prison. Standard rules and routines are not being adhered to. Staff and inmates are not regularly and randomly drug tested. Even simple things like visitor dress code differs depending on which prison you're visiting. HMP The Mount let me clear my son's cell. So the evidence I've gathered, like blade, belt, poems, paperwork, and his clothes covered in blood, supposedly now not allowed as evidence because I've bagged them up, not the police or the prison. I've since found out I shouldn't have been allowed to do this. Cover up if ever I saw one. The list goes on and on and on. We all have so many points to make. The UK prisons nationally, whether privately or government run, are failing in their duty of care, which is part of it's okay. Which is a main part of their job description for inmates and themselves. Nationally, the prison system needs drastic and immediate overhaul and investment, not just monetary, to prevent future deaths of loved ones, human beings, some with children, the next generation affected. There needs to be a GSP, the Guys Support Programme, set up to help those with mental, medical and drug health issues. Ask these men what are their aspirations and their goals. Educate and rehabilitate. Isn't that what prison is supposed to do? Otherwise, who and what are we releasing back into the community? Too many deaths from the age of 40 plus are being listed as natural causes. Fentanyl can leave the impression of a heart attack, and wait till the trank gets into our prison system and then into our streets. Parc Prison is just a tip of the iceberg, and the deaths are going to get much worse nationally very quickly if things don't change now. Thing is, everything is in place, supposedly. Not let these deaths and drugs happen. Prison should be about losing your liberty, not your life. The prison system has become an enclosed, corrupt, money-making institution. There is no justice or accountability in the UK justice system. What's happening nationally within the UK prison system is systematic manslaughter. Where's the justice?
Do you want to read them out?
Tyrone. The 11th of the 7th, 22, The Mount. Max. 25th of the 7th, 22, The Mount. Not allowed to say. September 22, The Mount. Ross. 2022, Parc Prison. Not allowed to say. 6th of January 23, The Mount. Edward. 26th of the 1st, 23, The Mount. Z. Michaels. 3 weeks before my son, so approximately the end of September, The Mount. My son, 20th of October 2023, The Mount. Jay, 21st of February, Edinburgh. Dalton, 10th of March, Holme House. Rest in peace.
I'm Wendy. I'm the mother of an autistic boy with ADHD who was sentenced, who has no brain damage, sexual assault, self-harming due to the practices of this prison.
So he was inflicted with all those things in prison?
Yes.
On the sentence he's on now, yeah?
Yes. Yes.
So you must be concerned for his life as well then?
Of course I am. He has 9 days left, that's all, but I know one of the other gentlemen killed himself with only 2 weeks left. So
There is that pattern of behaviour I've known of people who only had days left.
they're not addressing the sexual assaults that are going on. Why they're putting sexual predators on a wing that is for vulnerable men. And I'm not saying they're not all vulnerable, but there's a section of these boys who some of them have severe learning difficulties, and they're putting them in the same cells.
So he managed to tell you about this then? Is that how you know about this?
I know about everything, yes. And I listen, sometimes I'm on the call and I've heard officers calling my son, and excuse the language, a fucking Mongo. And this is an accredited autistic wing.
What action have you tried to take with
Oh,
Parc?
I've written to and spoke to nearly every MP, even to as far as North Wales, Mark Isherwood, who has ADHD, who said he was interested in it, but no. Nobody has stepped forward to actually do something. They all listen to me, but nobody has done anything. Nobody is addressing this fundamental problem, which also starts with the police and the judges and recall. I didn't know that the probation get money for recall.
Of course they do.
I didn't know that. So most of the boys in there are on recall.
Incentive.
Yeah. Why would they do that?
What do you want to say to the people who are watching this now?
Well, people should understand not every criminal in there is what they perceive. They're not all rapists and child murderers and everything. They're just everybody's children.
What did your son do?
He was groomed online by a far right group and did some graffiti. And the judge wouldn't even listen that he was autistic. Didn't even listen. And then, because of the crime, Asian groups, other people got to him and was stabbed in the head, beaten with a bar over his head. He was concussed for 4 days, didn't wake up for 4 days, with no medical help from that prison whatsoever.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
It's a nightmare, and now we got to bring him home, and we don't even know the damage, for the long term, whether he can actually function now in society.
More potential victims? How many in Mount was there then that you've calculated?
So far?
Yeah.
I've only found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7, but this is all recent though, isn't it? In the
Most
last
of
2
these
years.
are just last year.
Last
There's
year.
only 2 in 22 that I found, but there's others.
Okay.
I know there's others. I'm trying to find them, and I'm getting there.
So how do you feel about 23 here? What's that make you feel?
Oh, it's sick. All of it. It's sick and it hurts, and it's got to change. Thing is, there's everything in place to stop this happening, but there's no incentive to be a good screw.
No.
And they're employing youngsters that haven't got life experience, that are going up against hardened criminals. I'm lost for words. I am hurt. I am broken. I cleared my son's cell. They allowed us to go in and clear my son's cell, so all what I've gathered is now not allowed as evidence because I bagged it up. They weren't supposed to let me in. It's another cover-up.
No, I was going to say that's a bit mad. I've never heard of a,
Exactly. I didn't know.
Haven't identified the body, nothing.
Haven't identified him, and I think for all we know, we haven't identified him to prove it's him.
We were recommended not to see.
Do you know?
What?
Recommendation not to see.
So what? What are they saying he done?
He hanged himself, but I believe that it's in keeping of hanging, which
that's what it says on
basically is. Of my understanding of it is because the sheeting was still around his neck, and I believe due to post-mortem they wanted to look at that. It's all part of their evidence. So down to that, it was told not to see.
If you want to see your fucking kid, you should be allowed to.
We asked after
Everyone else do when their kids take their own
after
lives.
post-mortem we asked again, could we go and see him? No, wait till he goes to the undertakers because you're best off seeing him in the
thing is, though,
undertakers.
guys, if he was at home and he committed suicide at home, what kind of investigation would it be done at home? Yeah. But now he's in the prison and doesn't really seem to be anything happening. There's still no questions answered. They wouldn't even confirm at first how he died. That came from inside the prison. How he died came from inside the prison.
What, off other inmates like?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, no, that's mad.
Yeah, and then my mum phoned and she was kicking off and said, we already know, and then that's when they confirmed. But they didn't really go into much detail then either.
They led us to believe the family was in so much grief at the time.
We'll leave you to it.
Yeah, so didn't get told
Didn't even
anything.
get told the time to do.
No.
We had to ring it back up and say,
You don't?
I don't know what time it is.
Have you got hold of? So you've got hold of other people who were on the wing, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, you know who know him? Know you?
Yeah, that's right. They told us a lot. A hell of a lot. Advised us to get all Mikey's records, everything.
Basically, you went through hell in there.
Yeah.
What, via inmates or via screws?
Inmates, no, it was inmates. 1,000,000%. You don't have to say 100, it's 1,000,000% inmates.
Well, wait, what block was he on, do you know?
He's on the
Well,
safe custody.
he was transferred to safe units.
Oh my god. Fucking terrible, isn't it?
So also, like I said earlier, he's on a suicide watch wing.
And they're not watching.
How do you even manage to hang himself? Do you know what I mean? It's like years.
Put into place to protect them. Where's the cameras? Where, like the cameras in the
cameras I did ask
we know the story.
before I went to
We used
see.
to have all padded cells.
Yeah, I went to see the governor, didn't I? But it was the understudy of the governor, and he said to me, basically, the words he said to me when I was firing questions at him, we asked, was it a 15-minute, half hour, an hour watch? Couldn't tell us. He had nothing to be able to tell us. Leon is an officer, exactly the same. I don't have the records in front of me. Well, why ring? Why ring if you can't give me
don't ring
the
me and tell me,
information? And then basically, yes, Emma is been doing the talking to the liaison officer with me and the family around her, and telling her to say to this guy. But at the end of the day I was deliberately lied to, and I was, because that understudy of the whatever he was, what is he? The man that came, I done the interview with all of you. What is he actually?
A senior governor.
Yeah.
Well, he come to your house, is it?
No, we came here.
We came here for answers because I never knew anything.
So they drove down to you to get answers.
And he stood there and he said, and take me out of this uniform, he said, and I'm a human being with feelings. And I had to turn around and actually say to him, you know, it could have been one of yours. How do you feel? How do you feel that we had to find out Wales Online about the time
ambulance got
that he got certified dead? You know, how do you think that I have to shout and abuse to get the answers that we want?
All those answers should have came from them.
And they didn't. No, family too stressed.
This is what my son's written. It was by his bed where I believe he sat. They told me if I write shit down, it might help. No, I don't want to. No, yes, you must. Fuck off, I can't. Nah, just leave him to die. He's drawn a hangman. LOL, help. It will kill me if it continues. Get it out of me, please, I beg. It won't stop. I need mental help, treatment. Don't unlock Voice's head.
The Central Club.